the spiraling situation in the Middle East and Netanyahu saying that Israel's resolve remains firm, that there will be dire consequences after missile attack by the Iranian forces. The UNSC has called for an emergency meet. In fact, note exactly 180 missiles were targeted towards the Israeli territory last evening, and those missiles were successfully intercepted and shot down by the Israeli forces, its Iron Dome system, and with the aid of the US defense. In fact, now an emergency meet that's been called after Israel and France's request. So in wake of the widening conflict in the Middle East region, the United Nations Security Council will hold a meet to discuss Iran's missile attack. Israel, note, remains firm that there will be dire consequences and that Iran will have to pay for its actions in the last 24 hours. So while the situation remains volatile in the Middle East and Israel continues with its ground incursion in the southern Lebanon region, an emergency level meet that has been called of the United Nations Security Council. And let's also go across to Avishag Avinom. He's joining us live from southern Israel. Beg your pardon, she's joining us live from southern Israel. She's been former media coordinator to the Israel Prime Minister. Appreciate you speaking to us. First up, your quick thoughts on this emergency meet that's been called by the United Nations Security Council. Do you think that the United Nations Security Council can actually play a role at this stage when there has been a significant advancement in the tensions between the Hezbollah group, the Israeli forces, and of course Iran now stepping in?
Yeah, so today UN International Security Council meeting was initiated by the Israeli ambassador, Danon, to hopefully issue a condemnation about Iran's massive attack yesterday. And I'm very doubtful that something will come out of it. As we've discovered, Iran, as an official ally, which turns out to be Russia, they will probably veto any decision that will be accepted by Israel allies at the council right now. So it's something that it's not really relevant to what will happen in the future. We've seen the lack of responsibility taking of the United Nations when it's coming to enforce the decision 1701 at the Israeli border in the northern part. The UNIFIL force is completely impotent of actually guarding and creating a buffer between Hezbollah and other military forces in the north. So as an Israeli and as someone who has common sense, the United Nations role in any of it is really is very low.
Right. Avishag, talking about this three-front war that Israel is facing at this stage by Iran's terror proxies, do you think that Israel is well prepared at this stage, given that it has, of course, that strong Iron Dome system? Is it well prepared to tackle the war that it is facing from all the fronts, be it the Hamas group, by the Hezbollah group, the Houthis, and, of course, all three having the backing of Iran group?
Yeah, so it's not all three. We are being attacked from 7 different fronts. Iran has proxies also in Iraq and in Syria. So we are getting attacked also from there, as well as the unrest that we have in the West Bank, Judea and Samaria. So we've been handling this for the past year. In relatively successful, when you think about it, that we don't have much of the Western world support, unfortunately. But now, after this attack, I really hope the West will awaken from his coma and from his capitulation to terrorism, global terrorism, not only in the region, even within their own countries. They are containing extremism and trying to turn the other cheek, as you say. I hope this attack will encourage the West, to understand that Israel just the start. After Israel, there are risks for terror
Yes.
attacks and all over the West. Now, I've just heard on the news there is a worry among the security personals in Britain that there will be an attack on Britain's soil through Iran terror cells in Britain. So people are starting to waking up. Hopefully, it's not going to be too late. Israel will do whatever it needs to do in order to protect the citizens, because we have been enduring this attacks for the past year. It must end, and we cannot just let Iran keep doing what it does and arming all these cells. And whenever Israel is attacking them and not specifically attacking Iran, Iran is feeling that that they must interfere and attack Israel furthermore. This
Yes.
must be end, and before they will have a nuclear weapon.
Right.